Hello everyone and welcome back to Grace Crochets. For today's video, I will be teaching you all how to crochet this super cute laptop cover. For this tutorial, I'll be teaching you all how to do the laptop cover, how to make this tassel and attach it, and how I attached this zipper. For the foundation chain, I want to explain that you can do yours in multiple different ways. If you want your laptop cover to be entirely comprised of puff stitches, you are going to chain in multiples of 2 plus 1. But how I made mine is I had a bunch of puff stitches, but on the ends I had 3 double crochets on each end. So basically what I did is my foundation chain was in multiples of 2 plus 1 plus 6, basically, if that makes sense. However, if I could do the whole thing over again, I wouldn't do 3 double crochets on each side. I'd probably only do 2, but it's up to you guys, just some trial and error. So let's get started. After you have figured out how long you want your foundation chain to be, you're gonna begin on your first row, and your first row is just gonna be entirely comprised of double crochets. So your first row is super easy. If you don't know how to do a double crochet, I'll show you really quickly. You'll yarn over, insert your hook into the 3rd chain from your hook. Let's zoom in there. There we go. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then pull through the next 2. And you're going to repeat that for every chain for your first row. So meet me back here once you have your first row of double crochets. Now that you have row 1 complete, you can begin working on row 2. You're going to turn your work and continue placing 3 more double crochets. And how I start off every row for the double crochets is I'll just pull up my loop a little bit and insert my hook into the very first stitch and place a double crochet. And I do this instead of doing a chain 2. I just like the way it looks better. I think the ends honestly are a lot cleaner when you do it this way, but it's totally up to you. So I'm going to place 2 more double crochets. There's my second and my third. Now this next stitch is where you're going to begin placing your puff stitches. You're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through and up. You're going to repeat that by yarning over, inserting your hook, and pulling through and up. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull through and up. That was 3. We're going to do that a 4th time and a 5th time. It's up to you whether you want to do it 4 or 5 times. I did it 5 times just because I wanted my stitches to be more dense because it is a laptop cover and I wanted it to have a little bit more protection. But sorry, what I just did here, I yarned over, I pulled through all the loops on my hook, and now I'm going to chain 1. I'll do another with you all. So I'm going to skip this next stitch down here and work into the 2nd stitch from my hook. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through and up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on my hook and chain 1. Now this chain 1 is really important to remember, and you'll see why for next row, but you're placing your puff stitches within that little eye hole that you make. I'll do one more with you guys, so skip the next stitch, work into the 2nd, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through. And you're going to continue doing puff stitches for the entirety of your second row until you have 3 stitches left. And in those stitches, you're going to place double crochets. Now for this next part, after you finish row 2, I'm going to show you how to continue on to row 3, and I'm also going to show you how I did my color changes. So as you can see, I've almost completed row 2. All I have to do is place 1 more double crochet, but I'm going to show you how I do my color change. So I'm going to start off with a regular double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and once I have 2 loops left on my hook, instead of yarning over with my original color, I'm going to take my new color and yarn over with that, and then pull through those 2 loops. Then you can tighten it up a little bit and continue as normal. We're going to continue on to row 3, so flip your work, and you're going to begin with 3 double crochets again. And I'm going to do what I do by pulling up my loop a little bit and placing a double crochet into that first stitch instead of doing a chain 2. And if you don't know, a lot of people do a chain 2 in replace of a double crochet. It's just personal preference, it's up to you, whatever you like to do. I'm going to do 2 more double crochets. 2 and 3. Now I'm going to show you why that eye hole you made by that chain 1 from the previous row is so important. So you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into that eye hole, and this is where you're going to place your puff stitch. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, yarn over, chain 1. I'll show you guys again. So I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook into that eye hole, yarn over, pull through. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over and pull through and chain 1. Now I did change rows prematurely, just meaning that for my actual laptop case, which I'll pull out for you guys, I did 2 rows of the same color and then did a color change. Now for my whole laptop cover, I had 44 rows total, which means that I had 22 color changes. So after you have your desired length, I'll show you what I did. So if we pretend this is just a different swatch I previously made, if we pretend that this is 44 rows long, I took this and I folded it down, and then I inserted my hook through both layers on the sides and placed slip stitches along both sides. And then in this opening is where I placed my zipper, which I'll show you guys. So as you can see, right here is where I placed all of those slip stitches. And here is where I had the opening and sewed in my zipper. I'm not the best at sewing, but it'll do. It works. And so I just took some needle and thread, placed my zipper along the edge, which is where the double crochet is. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how I made my tassel really quickly. So you're going to take any kind of squarish, rectangular-ish item that you have near you. I'm just using a pack of note cards. And you're going to wrap it around a whole bunch of times. Now that you have all of your wraps around your rectangular object, you're going to take your crochet hook. You're going to put it underneath all of those loops. Take another piece of string, pull half of it through. It's okay if it gets stuck. Okay. Now you're going to take this and tie a knot. Probably going to triple tie it. There we go. Gonna hold on to that, move to the other side, and start cutting away. And you can make it look prettier at the end. Okay. So now you have your top. I'm gonna take this one. Okay, you're gonna take another piece of string, and then take it and wrap it around the top, kind of. You can see it. Like so. And that's pretty much how you make your tassel. Oops. There. And you can cut the ends, make it shorter, or pull out some threads and make it less dense, and kind of cut the bottoms to make it look a little bit more even. But I'll show you. Here is where I attached my tassel. I just took these off the ends and looped it through for the zipper. And I'm going to link the zipper in the description. I'm pretty sure I got it off of Amazon, so I'll put that in the description. And if I can find any loops and threads yarn that is available, I'll link that in the description too. I've been having a hard time finding it, to be honest, which is kind of sad because it's my favorite yarn. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.